Next element is iron. So this iron is important in the synthesis of carotenoid. What is this carotenoid? This is the pigment, colored pigment, red and orange colored pigment. It is seen in the flowers and carrot, we will see. So in this synthesis it will helps, okay, iron, and it helps in the electron transport chain, that is seen in the photosynthesis as well as in the respiration part. So in the electron transport chain, there are the carriers are present. In those carriers, ferredoxin is one of the carrier which contain the iron. Along with the ferredoxin, cytochromes is another carrier which also contain the iron as a constituent. So these are the functions of the iron. Okay, and this is the minor element, right? And what are the symptoms? Symptoms, generally veins are present in the plants, right? So those veins become colorless. Those will become colorless, and also the growth will be stunted, and also these are present in the ETC, that is electron transport chain. It is present. So it electron transport chain, that transpiration will decreases. That means mobility of the electrons will be decreased because of the mobile carriers which contain the iron. Okay, so these are the symptoms. And next, coming to the manganese. And this manganese, actually it helps in the photolysis of water. What is this photolysis of water actually? That is the splitting of the water. Or what is the splitting actually? In the presence of the, it is photolysis, sorry. Okay, so in the presence of the sunlight, okay ma, in the presence of the sunlight, the water molecule will break it down to give the protons as well as the oxygen. That is what? Oxygen releasing. So in that oxygen releasing part, it will participate. So that is the main function of the manganese. And in the photolysis, along with the manganese, chlorine, calcium also participates. And here it will act as an activator of enzyme catalase as well as carboxylase. Okay, catalase and carboxylase enzyme activator, it will function. Okay, next, what is the other role? So it acts as an electron donor. It acts as an electron donor during the photosynthesis to donate the electrons. It will also act because it is participating in the photolysis and releasing the oxygen. Okay, so what happens if this manganese become deficient? What happens to the plant? So these things will be, photolysis does not takes place, that is oxygen releasing will be disturbed, right? Oxygen releasing will be disturbed. And next, in the oat plant, it will cause the grey peck disease. Grey peck disease it will cause, and also marshy spots will appear in the pea plants. So these are the deficiency symptoms of the manganese. Next element, molybdenum. So this molybdenum actually present in the nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme is present in nitrogen fixation reactions. So nitrogenase enzyme, it contain iron as well as a molybdenum in their components. So this is the only function of the molybdenum in plants. Okay, so if this becomes deficient, what happens? It will decrease. Yes, it will decrease the nitrogen fixation. So what will be the deficiency symptoms? If it becomes a deficiency, it will decreases. So it will increase the falling of flowers. Falling of flowers is one of the symptoms. Of course, it will decrease the nitrogen fixation also, and it causes a disease, that is a whiptail of cauliflower. Whiptail means the leaves which are generally they are normally leaves are broader things, right? So they will become a whiptail like, they will become narrow and they will turn into a whiptail structure. So that's why we are calling it as a whiptail of the cauliflower. So these are the deficiency symptoms of the molybdenum. And next, coming to the boron. Boron, this is a increasing, this will increase the uptake. Okay, this will increase the uptake of water from the soil. Along with the water, it also increases the uptake of calcium. Okay, so calcium, these are the minerals which will be absorbed from the soil only. So along with the water, calcium is also absorbed when the boron is present. Okay, and next it will activate meristems. Meristems, where they are present, the cells at the tip region which have the dividing capacity, we call them as a meristem. So they will activate the meristem, so increases the growth also. Okay, so these are the main functions of the boron. And what happens if it decreases the tip regions? So meristems, it is present, right? So that's why so the meristems does not grow. So the death of tip regions or the apical regions will takes place. Apical regions will die. So the growth does not takes place. Okay, and also it will decrease or reduce the flower production. Flower production. Okay, and the deficiency disease it causes is heart rot of bean. Heart rot of bean is a disease caused if the boron becomes deficient. Okay, next coming to the copper. Okay, copper, it is a activator. It is also an activator. That means it will increase the activity of the enzymes. So it is activator of the oxidase enzyme. Oxidase enzyme, it is the activator. And also it is present in a carrier, that is in the ETC, electron transport chain. And it is acting as a that is plastocyanin. It is acting as a mobile carrier component. It is acting. Okay. And if this becomes deficient, it will cause a dieback disease in the shoots of the plants. Dieback disease in the shoots of the plants, as well as it will reduce the carbon dioxide absorption by the plants. Okay, so these are the general deficiency symptoms due to the copper deficiency. Next element, that is the zinc. Okay. Zinc, it is present in a plant hormone auxin. So auxin, that is the IAA, indolestic acid. Auxin, it is a plant hormone which helps in the growth of a shoot and the root tip regions. So in that auxin, that is the plant hormone, this zinc is present. It will synthesize only in the presence of zinc. Okay, and it is also acting as an activator for the dehydrogenases. In these enzymes, it is acting as an activator to activate the enzyme. Okay, then what will be the symptoms if it becomes deficient? What are the symptoms? So it will cause a leaf fall, as well as the leaves will become little. So little leaf and the leaf falling is the are the symptoms. And the diseases it will cause, those are mottle leaf condition. Mottle leaf condition. So it is a type of disease. Okay, and also whip tip. Whip tail we discussed, and this is the whip tip. Tip region will turns into the whip like structure, and it is seen in the maize plant. It is seen in the maize. Okay, so next coming to the chlorine. Okay, chlorine is present in plants, so which is useful in the oxygen evolution. That is, it is participating in the photolysis, in the photosynthesis to release the oxygen. Okay, photolysis, water breakdown, right? And also it will balance the anion and cation balance in the plant cells or any cells, right? So that means ionic balance it will perform. So these are the main functions of the chlorine. And what causes if it becomes a deficiency? It causes a bronze color in leaves. Okay, and also chlorosis, and root tip will become swollen. if the chlorine becomes deficient. So these are the important symptoms of the chlorine deficient. Next, the last and the 17th essential element is the nickel. Okay, this is the 17th element, and it is required for the enzyme urease, for the synthesis of this enzyme, which will break down the urea into usable form. Okay, usable form for the plants. So urea is which is harmful, so it have to be converted in the usable form, that is it may be in the ammonia form or the nitrite form. So that conversion takes place in the presence of urea. So this urease, it requires the nickel for its activation, and it causes a disease that is a mouse ear in pecan plant. Pecans, these are the legume plants. So in those type of the plants, this disease will cause and also growth will be stunted. So these are the symptoms of the nickel.